Guys, in this video here we are going to take a look at the IMALENT DN35. I'm not sure if you have seen my review of the IMALENT DN70, but the IMALENT DN70 and the DN35 is almost the same flashlight. This is the new IMALENT DN70 with the updated tail cap, and this is the IMALENT DN35. The housing is almost the same. The only thing is on the updated DN70 the tail cap have been updated, otherwise they are the same. On the DN70 you have a OP reflector and a Cree XHP70 diode, which is bigger than the XHP35 on the DN35. And when you have a big diode as the XHP70 and the OP reflector, it's going to give more spread than throwing distance. In the DN35 you have a smaller Cree XHP 35, which is capable of 2200 lumens. But in this flashlight here you have a flat reflector, and when you combine a flat reflector with a smaller Cree XHP 35, you're gonna have a better throwing distance. And that is the reason why you want the DN35. But as I said, the maximum output of the DN35 is 2200 lumens, and that is out of one Cree XHP 35 diode, which is a fairly small and intense diode. 2200 lumens, the 8900 candela in the hotspot, 50 hours of runtime in low setting, and you will have a 596 meters beam distance and impact resistance up to 1.5 meters, and it's also IPX8 rated, which is good. On the bottom here you have the cap for the micro USB, and here is where you will charging it. I will advise you to be a little bit careful with this cap, because the retainer here can easily snap off, and then it will be easy to lose this cap, so try to not break it. So you turn it on by pressing the right button, and it will go down to the lowest setting, and it will also remember the previous setting you was in. Clicking again, we are up to 450 lumens. Clicking again, 1500 lumens, and then it will circle through those settings. And to access the turbo mode, you hold in the left button. And if you hold it for longer than 2 seconds, it's going to stay in the turbo mode. And if you release it within 2 seconds, I was too slow there, but it's going to go back to the previous setting. And this is also the same if you don't have it on, it's going to do the same thing. So you can also just click the left button once, and it's going to give you a voltage reading. And it will also do the same when you are in the flashlight and when it's on. And to reach those special modes, you double click the left button, strobe, SOS, and beacon. And as you can see, everything is beautifully displayed on the OLED screen. And when you are charging, you will have this nice charging screen as well. So this is the DN35, and it's like the throwing version of the DN70, and it gives out a maximum of 2200 lumens, and it's basically made to throw the light long down the road. And as you can see, when you're out on a place like this in the darkness, it's an absolutely nice performing light, throwing the light long down this trail here. Really nice throwing light. And keep in mind guys, this little flashlight here isn't much bigger than my hand, and it's also really light. So sorry for the wind, but I think it's around 200-300 meters down to the forest there, and I will show you the tight beam pattern on this IMALENT DN35. So would I recommend the IMALENT DN35? In my opinion, I feel the IMALENT DN35 is a really well built and powerful flashlight. It's also fairly small and fits into your hand, so it's really handy to have it with you, and it's a perfect size to like have it in your car, and since it's rechargeable, it makes it really easy to have it in your car, as I said, have it recharged there, or just simply using it at your home. But the only thing I feel about the IMALENT DN35, I even think they say it on the tail cap here, is it is the froking. The beam pattern is a little bit tighter than on the DN70, so it can get a little bit annoying if you're like walking through some really tight spot with like very much around you. When it's not that open, then you will feel that you will have a little bit of a tight spot because you can't really shine it a long distance in front of you. But other than that, it's perfect. It works in every occasion, but you also have that extra beam distance, which I find really useful.